imperfects. This horn began as something wild and imperfect that holds no obvious geometry or predictable curve. Craftsmen use CNC machines and hand tools together to impose a pattern that has existed in human culture for 3,000 years of continuous tradition. The lip rim, where mouth meets metal, is where everything is at stake. The sterling silver must be shaped and fitted to a surface that is never quite the same twice. The margin for error is the width of a human hair, with that tension between the wild and the exact being what the audience is about to witness throughout this documentary. This world of perfection starts somewhere far more organic, creating the transition from raw material to a finished product.
The process starts with the American bison that roam free on ranches across the Midwest, where they are raised with respect for their power and spirit.
Every year, the bull naturally sheds the outer layer of its horn as a natural cycle that is not a fight or conflict. Ranchers collect these fallen horns as a partnership with nature, rather than a taking from the animal.
Once collected, the horns are sent to a cleaning station where the dirt of the wild is washed away before processing.
Each horn is sealed in a resin bath to preserve the organic strength, ensuring it will last for 1,000 years.
From the heartland of America, the sealed horns travel thousands of miles to the precision factory, where they will be transformed into refined vessels. The destination is a workshop where old-world skill meets modern machine in the creation of refined drinking vessels. The raw horn is now logged and inspected because no two are the same, and each one will decide its own shape through the crafting process that awaits. Every imperfection is logged, and this data becomes the map for the machine that will carve the horn into its final form.
You are looking at two things that are exactly the same and yet totally different. Join us as we explore the journey from this raw horn to the finished vessel.
Step 1 is mounting, where the horn is locked into a custom chuck, and the machine must account for its natural curve during the shaping process.
At high speed, the horn reveals its true center of gravity, and the machine begins its work of transforming the natural material.
Step 2 is roughing, where the first cut removes the chaos, revealing the cylinder that will become the foundation of the drinking vessel. Every grain of dust is extracted so the workshop remains clean, and the craftsman can see every detail of the work in progress. Step 3 is boring, where the internal cavity is made perfectly uniform so the vessel can properly hold liquid without leaking or compromising the material. Every piece is tested for leaks, because even one pinhole means the piece did not pass quality standards and must be rejected.
Step 4 is engraving, where the machine carves the pattern that the craftsman designed on the computer to adorn the finished vessel.
The craftsman monitors the machine, making sure that the three-dimensional model meet the reality of the horn material during the engraving process.
Step 5 is hand sanding, where the machine leaves a bite, but the human hand removes it, leaving a surface smooth as glass for the final product.
Matte black is not just paint, but a dye that penetrates the resin to create a finish that will never fade over years of use and display. Step 6 is polishing, where the matte surface is sealed and glossed until it holds light and reflects the surrounding environment beautifully. The craftsman looks for a reflection that is perfectly unbroken, and if the reflection wavers even slightly, the piece goes back for additional work. Step 7 is precious metal prep, where the gold and silver are measured and weighed and cut to length for the specific vessel being crafted.
This is 24-karat solid gold, which is the king of metals, and is used to crown the rim of the drinking vessel with a touch of luxury and prestige.
Step 8 is shaping the silver, where the metal must form a perfect circle that matches the unique oval of the horn lip with no deviation from the required dimensions. If the gauge fits even slightly, the rim is immediately rejected, because the gap must be 0 for the vessel to meet quality standards. Step 9 is gold fitting, where the gold forms a ring of honor at the vessel's throat, adding a touch of luxury and prestige to the finished piece. The ends are fused with heat so the ring is unbroken, creating a perfect circle of gold that symbolizes eternity and the completeness of the vessel.
Step 10 is setting the rim, where the horn is forced to hold the silver, and the tension between the materials is what makes the connection permanent.
Micro rivets anchor the rim permanently, ensuring it is never coming off during use or over the years of service.
Step 11 is polishing the silver, where the matte black of the horn creates a stunning contrast with the mirror finish of the sterling silver rim.
The silver must reflect light like a mirror, and a single smudge is unacceptable for the final product quality standards.
Step 12 is final assembly, where the elements align, with wild horn, pure silver, and solid gold coming together in perfect harmony.
You should not be able to feel the seam between materials, and it should feel like one continuous material when you run your finger across the surface.
Step 13 is the maker's mark, and this symbol tells you the vessel was made in the USA by hand and machine in the assembly-built workshop. The craftsman signs his name, and even with the machines, a human stands behind the quality of every vessel made in this workshop.
Step 14 is the final wash, where every fingerprint and residue from the manufacturing process is washed away, leaving the vessel clean and pure.
The vessel is dried and it is now a blank slate, ready for the final quality inspection that will determine if it meets.
Every piece is inspected one more time, and the width of a hair rule is the final judge that determines if the vessel meets the exact. The vessel rests in a velvet cocoon, protected for its journey to you, and preserved for generations of enjoyment and display.
The case is sealed and the transformation from wild chaos to precise order is complete, marking the successful conclusion of the manufacturing journey.
The vessel leaves the workshop and enters the world, carrying the effort of many skilled craftsmen who contributed to its creation. Across America, the vessel will travel to its new home, where it will be appreciated by someone who values the craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into its creation. Finally, the vessel arrives, and the face of the person who opens it is the final step of the manufacturing process, completing the journey from wild horn to cherished possession. Liquid meets horn, and the cycle completes, with the vessel finally fulfilling its purpose as a drinking vessel. The matte black drinks the light while the gold returns it, creating a balance of darkness and shine that makes each vessel unique and beautiful. To the craftsmen of America, and to the wild, and to the exact, this toast is a celebration of the journey from nature to art. The wild becomes exact, and order emerges from chaos, as this is the craft of assembly built.
Every frame in this video is handcrafted from concept to final edit. A real human guides every step using AI tools. All content is original and follows YouTube 2026 monetization rules.